Hi, I'm Corey McCaney, teacher consultant for OYAP, Tech Studies and Pathways. I'd like to welcome you to the newly reopened St. Anne Catholic Skilled Trades Academy and Learning Center. The Construction Academy is a 2-year program for grade 11 and 12 students to start their apprenticeship while they're in high school, as well as getting their level 1 college training for each of their skilled trades. We do 4 skilled trades here right now. All 4 of those trades combine 3 programs offered across the province: the OYAP, Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program, SHSM, Specialist High Skills Major, and the Dual Credit Program, which we work with in conjunction with St. Clair College to get our students their level 1 apprenticeship schooling while they're in high school. With our academy, these students will complete over 1,200 hours while they're in high school and finish their level 1 schooling before the day they graduate. So our students graduate with a high school diploma, with an SHSM Rail Skill designation, a registered apprentice, 1,400 hours done, and their level 1 college schooling done. So they graduate as a second-year apprentice right from the day they graduate high school. This is our masonry shop here for our program, and it is incredibly unique. It's a one-of-a-kind in the province. There's not another school or school board in the province that has anything like this. This is a full-time dedicated masonry shop that's done at a college level, so much so that when we're not using it, St. Clair College comes in with their students and uses it for the level 2 and 3 apprenticeship programs. It's industry standard, but it's not at a high school level, which is why our students are at a high level. All their math skills go into the mixing and ratios and proportions here in their mixing area. The cutting station over there, we like to use all wet saws for safety to keep dust down to a minimum. These are our current grade 12 Masonry Academy students. You can see it at their workstations. They've got 10 projects to complete for their level 1. Some of these students are on their 12th project now. As we see, we don't like to limit their options. If they have the ability to go beyond the bare requirements, we like to go ahead and do that. You'll see some of our, so all these students here have more than 1,200 hours on the job site prior to coming to level 1, and all these hours in the shop also count towards their apprenticeship hours that are recommended. It's an incredibly high level. This is why our students have been so successful, and we've had an incredibly high, our rate of students getting hired is nearly 100%. The other ones that don't, that decide to go into something else. But that's because of the level of training they're getting here and how advanced they are. So what we have here is a grade 10 construction class, believe it or not, and they're learning a unit on soldering pipe. They are actually using all the math involved, the cutting tools, all the code that's required to do this. Learning in grade 10 gives them a good understanding of what the plumbing trade is like and see if that's something you want to pursue later on. Our sink station, where our carpenter students built this, so students can actually take out these blanks and install a sink every time. And when we're done, we can throw the blank out, put a new one in, and actually pipe it to the area below. We run water to it as well to do a pressure test. This is our residential side of the lab. This is where our students learn what they're going to be doing on the job site when they go to co-op. So again, a lot of collaboration between our group. This is our underground lab. So in here, with the 3/4 inch stone, students do all the underground, including a backwater valve, a sump pit, cleanouts. They do all that, fill in the pipe, fill in the pit with the stone, and then they drop in a floor and a regular 2 or 3 piece bathroom and go up from there. Again, this is the underground, but it's a nice controlled environment. You're out of the weather, but they can learn the basics of it, a safe spot. Over here, you're going to see 9 other stations. Again, these were built in conjunction with the plumbing and the carpenter students. They installed them together. And the idea is to recreate what they're going to see in a residential job site. The carpenters framed it, then the plumbers come in and rough it in, remove the tub. Our carpenters come back in, do all the backing, the framing. The plumbers come back and install the tubs. They go through this because you have to learn scheduling, how to work with other trades. We're trying to recreate a job site here in a place, in actually one of our labs. That's what's so unique about this, and that's why we've had such great success with our employers taking and keeping our students on. Starting in September of 2024, St. Anne's High School in Lakeshore will be starting their welding academy in our brand new 18 booth welding shop. So in here we have 18 booths with multi-process units, which means they do arc or stick welding, MIG welding, even TIG welding. What's great about that is it allows students to specialize one area. We're also going to be sponsored by the CWB, which is the Canadian Welding Bureau, and our teachers and our students can become certified as CWB certificates, which will make them hireable from day one. This is the #1 in-demand trade in Ontario, in Southwest Ontario, and Windsor, Essex. Welder is by far the least subscribed to and the most in demand. So this is a really welcome addition. We haven't started our first class yet. We've had multiple employers reach out knowing how many students they can get, how soon they can get them, how they can be involved in this. That's how desperate the situation is, and it's great that we're addressing that. We try to create academies or specialty programs that are industry specific. What you're going to see here is a grade 12 class of both carpenters and plumbers doing a tech design. It's actually a college level CAD course in this new lab. And this is the tech design lab. Let's take a look. You can see the class going on right now. So these students are going through learning the basics of AutoCAD design principles. These are grade 11 and 12 students in both carpentry and plumbing, learning the basics of AutoCAD. They're doing some small shapes and sizes now, learning the basics so that they're familiar with it and are able to do this. We find it's been a big help for them on the job site and good feedback from employers to make them more prepared. This is our new skilled trade simulator lab that has both in-person VR and augmented reality as well. So we've got 3 stations, 2 in here now, 1's in the other room, using the Oculus VR sets and a program called Career Labs VR. So students can actually try 21 different skilled trades in many different areas, not just construction, manufacturing, automotive as well. And some of the health and safety training can be done on these sets, but we have the big screen so that others can watch and learn as they're doing it. It's a nice way to safely try out some different trades and some career exploration in a nice, safe, contained atmosphere, and it's pretty engaging for them as well. A lot of schools have your standard construction shop, but since we specify specific trades, it's important we create an area that recreates that trade and what they're going to see in the job site. What we have here is a floating floor to recreate a job site. 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood like you'd find on a job, because this is the basic building blocks you have on there. In this shop, you'll notice both wood framing and steel stud framing. As you know, so much of the residential construction, when it comes to high rises and commercial, is a lot of steel studs. So it's important a student in carpentry gets as much time on wood as they do in steel. This is a modern construction class. All portable, all cordless tools. That's what you're going to find at a job site today. You're not going to find a lathe, you're not going to find a thickness planer or a joiner. You're going to find all battery powered tools, all cordless and mobile. Because we do work in this building, whether it's working with the plumbers, working on the job site, going to a Habitat for Humanity build, we like to use all these tools, and this is what they're going to use. We're preparing them for the job site. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour here of the St. Anne Catholic Skilled Trades Academy and Learning Center. If you have more questions about it, please reach out to us, reach out to me. If you thought about bringing a classroom and a tour, you can also reach out as well. We do our best to accommodate you, and thanks for your time today.